So, beloved, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. Back in the day, beloved, I found myself. Came to the realization of, I used to beg people to basically love me, right? Beg people to treat me right, right? Beg people to, and not literally beg them, right? But by my actions, right? By what I let take part. By what I let go on. You know what I'm saying? The things that I ignored, right? The red flags I ignored. You know what I'm saying? And I kept going around that circle until I realized it. Until I decided that I wasn't going to do that no more. That I wasn't going to cater to people who did not want to grow, who did not want to elevate in their life, who just wanted to use and abuse me. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, 111 on my timer, you cannot make people do the right thing. You cannot make people, you can't make people do anything, right? And that's not what we want to do. You have your, people have free will, right? That's the beauty of it. You have free will. You can make the decisions that are important to you, right? But in knowing that and in doing that, know that your decision that you make, your decision making, is going to produce something. It's going to produce something, good or bad, right? So don't ever beg people to do right by you, okay? Don't ever beg people to be honest and truthful with you. Don't ever beg people to um, do the right things that they need to do in their lives, right? Especially if they're connected to you, beloved. Especially if they're connected to you, because God's not going to let you be connected to anyone that has ulterior motives for you. God's not going to let you be connected to anyone that is secretly trying to take from you and rob you, right? God might have let things go on for a specific season, but that was for a specific reason. And that's it. 2, 3, 4 on my timer, right? After that reasoning, after you learn what it is you need to learn, God will never let that happen again. Why? Because you won't let it happen again. Do you get it? Right? God won't let that happen again. Why? Because you won't. Because you've learned. You've learned the lesson. So there's no need for that to happen again. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? It's something that I told myself that I knew about and know about God the other day. I was telling myself, right? Like, it was something that I was thinking, and I was like, no, God wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to me, right? He wouldn't allow. Hear sirens in the distance. He wouldn't allow me to be in a situation, right? In a bad situation. Let's say I was in a bad situation, right? And I was just walking in that direction, right? That I'm not supposed to be walking in, right? God wouldn't allow me to get so far off, right? In this direction and not warn me, not pull me back, not give me the heads up. You know what I'm saying? God will let you venture, right? In order to learn, in order to acquire uh, 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 knowledge and things that you did not know before, right? That would cause you to be a better person, that would cause you to make better decisions, right? And that aspect of it, God will allow certain things to happen for your betterment, for your good, right? But in learning those things and not having to learn those things anymore, God is not going to just let you walk off a cliff without you knowing that there's a cliff right there. He's not. Okay? But don't ever beg people, okay? And it doesn't have to be literally begging them, right? If they do you wrong, okay, in a way that, I don't want to say unforgivable because you have to forgive them, but you know what I mean? If they do you wrong in a way that's just not repairable, right? Then you leave that there. You leave it there. Whether it is them, place, thing, leave it there. Okay? If somebody doesn't want to do right by you, you leave them where they are. Do you hear me? I said if somebody does not do right by you, you leave them where they are. Right? You don't have to you don't have to keep giving chance after chance. You don't have to keep, because people know what they're doing. People know what they do. People know right from wrong. Come on, beloved. Don't allow humility to I don't even want to say that because I want to say it wrong. But you get what I'm saying. Okay? Yes, you're humble. Yes, you're God-fearing, but you're not a punk. You're not a dummy. All right? People think because we're children of God that we're just supposed to just be docile and oh, we're just so humble and we just let people walk all over us and we just turn the other cheek all the time because nonviolent, nonviolent. No, no, that's where people have us messed up. Like we don't know how to box as well, physically or spiritually. Do you get what I'm saying? The presence of peace and niceness and love does not mean that there is not war in the midst as well. It does not mean that there is not a conqueror in that person. Okay? It does not mean that that person can be walked all over. No, that is not what that means. It means that that person is tempered, that that person is 654 on my timer, that that person is well behaved, that they're balanced in their emotions, and that they don't make decisions, permanent decisions, off of temporary emotions, temporary feelings. You can ruin your life in an instant just because you're on 10. So you're pushing it to the limit. You don't care. You're mad. So you want to destroy everything and make everybody else mad. Oh, but you do something that gets you 5 years in prison. Now you're sitting there thinking, why did I do that? If I'd have just calmed down, if I'd have just walked away, then you're thinking, then 7:37 on my timer, then you're thinking, right? When you're trapped, when it's too late. No, the point is to think before you make that type of action. You make that type of decision. You got me? All right? So don't ever beg people to love you. Don't ever beg people to do right by you. Don't ever beg people for anything. Okay? If you notice that there's wrongdoing, right? Yes, you need to address it, right? But right after you address it, walk right on out. Drop the mic, okay? And walk right on out. Because you don't have time to waste. You don't have energy to waste. Especially not on people who do not appreciate it. Right? What does the Bible say? If you what does it say? I'm paraphrasing here, but if you basically if you give your peace, right? If you come to a man's house or woman's house and right, you greet them with peace, right? And that peace, they do not greet you with the same type of peace, right? Let your peace return to you and shake the dust off of your feet. Continue on, right? Y'all know what verse to talk about, okay? That is true, beloved. That is true. If nobody reciprocates the love that you give, if nobody reciprocates the respect and the value that you give, beloved, let your peace return to you and shake the dust off of your feet and you keep it moving. That's it. All right? Don't ever beg nobody to do right by you and to be the person that they know they're supposed to be. Don't beg nobody. Don't beg nobody. You keep it pushing. They'll see it one day. They'll see it one day. All right? All right. Love y'all, beloved. All right. Holla. Peace.